This question, we have a game which involves picking coins. We have two people, Anil and Sunil, who are playing this game, and it's given that each player in his turn has to pick up a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 6 coins. Minimum 2 coins, maximum 6 coins. And that is the information that is given to us. And except that when there is only 1 coin left, in which case the player whose turn it is, he has to pick that 1 coin which is there, and the game continues till all the coins are removed from the table. And for the first 3 questions, we have the rule which says that the player who picks the last coin loses the game. Now the player picking the last coin loses the game, and if we look at the question says if the game starts with 52 coins and it's Anil's turn to play, then how many coins should he pick up so as to ensure his win. Now we need to understand, when does a player win and when does a player lose. We know that in this question, we know that the player who picks the last coin loses the game. Now which means that we need to understand at which number is a player likely to lose and at which number is a player likely to win. So if I get a table with 1 coin, I am forced to pick that coin and I will lose the game, because the player picking up the last coin loses the game. The same thing happens when I get 2 coins also? Yes, because I have to pick up a minimum of 2 coins. But then if there are 3 coins, there is a table which has come to me with 3 coins, then what can I do? I pick up 2 coins and send the table back to my opponent with 1 coin and make him force him to pick that coin. So I will win the game. Now if I get the table with 4 coins, I do the same thing again. I pick up 2 coins and send the table. I make the table a losing scenario. 3, if I get 3 coins, I pick up 2 coins and make it a losing scenario. If I get 4 coins, I pick up 2 coins, send it to my opponent. If I get it with 2 coins, I lose. If my opponent gets it with 2 coins, he loses, because it's given that both the players play to win the game and they are smart. So if I lose at a number, my opponent also loses at that number. So if I get the table at 4 coins, I pick up 2 coins and I win. If I get a table with 5 coins, I pick up 3 coins or 4 coins and give a losing table to my opponent, so I win. 6 coins, I pick up 4 coins or 5 coins and I win. 7 coins, what happens when there are 7 coins? I can pick a maximum of 6 coins, so I pick 6 coins or 5 coins and make it a losing table, so I win. 8 coins, I can pick 6 coins, so I can still make it a losing table, so I win. What happens when there are 9 coins? When there are 9 coins, the maximum number of coins that I can pick is 6. If I pick 6 coins, then the table still remains a winning table. If I pick 2 coins, which is the minimum, then there are 7 coins on the table and it's still a winning table. So when I get a table with 9 coins, I can only make a winning table. I cannot make a losing table, so I lose. If I make a winning table for my opponent, it means I lose. Similarly, when there are 10 coins, if I pick 2 coins, the table is still a winning table that I am giving to my opponent. If I pick 6 coins with 4 coins, it's still a winning table that I am giving to my opponent. So both the cases are winning for my opponent, which means it's a losing case for me. Now 9 and 10 are a losing case. Now continuing this, now to what extent should I continue? I understand, looking at this distribution, you can see that 1, 2 I lose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I win, and then 2 I lose. Now you see that we are getting into this pattern, 2, 6, 2. So the next 6 will be winning again, the next 2 after will be losing again. Now how is that possible? That is possible because whenever I get a table, I only need to take the table to the closest losing scenario so that I can win. For example, if I get a table with 15 coins here, now all I need to do is to bring the table down to 9 coins or 10 coins. So which means I can pick 5 or 6 and make it a losing table. 14, pick 4 or 5, make it a losing table. 13, pick 3 or 4, make it a losing table. If there are 17 coins, if there are 16 coins, I can still pick 6 and make it a losing table. If there are 17 coins, so 17 coins, the max that which is 11 is a winning scenario for me. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, all of these are winning scenarios for me. 17 will again be a losing scenario, 18 will again be a losing scenario, so on and so forth. Now if you notice, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2. So this is the pattern in which the losing scenario follows. Now, what is this? When are we getting a losing scenario and when are we getting a winning scenario? Now, if you see, this is 8, 8 plus 1 and 8 plus 2 are losing scenarios. 2, 8, 16, 16 plus 1, 16 plus 2 are losing scenarios. You can see that any number which is a multiple of 8 plus 1 and plus 2 will be losing scenarios. The next one will be 24. 19 to 24 will be winning scenarios. 25 and 26 will be losing scenarios. So 8k plus 1 and 8k plus 2. These will be the losing scenarios. Now, what is this 8? Where did this 8 come from? 8 is nothing but addition of 2 and 6. So, if you get a question where these numbers change, you know what to do with this multiple. This 8 is nothing but the addition of the minimum coins to be picked and the maximum coins that can be picked. Now, this is the number that we need to watch out for to avoid a losing scenario. So, let's look at the question here. If the game starts with 52 coins and it's Anil's turn to play, then how many coins should he pick up so as to ensure his win? Now, there are 52 coins on the table. Now, to ensure that Anil wins, now what should Anil do? Anil should convert this 52 into a losing table, which means he should convert this 52, he should pick some coins and leave that many coins on the table in this form. The number of coins remaining on the table should be in this form, 8k plus 1 or 8k plus 2. So, which means we need to look for the closest multiple of 8 less than 52. Obviously, less than 52, not greater than 52, because we are removing coins, so number will only fall. So, the closest multiple of 8 to 52, which is less than 52, is 48. So, 49 coins or 50 coins will ensure that Anil is giving a losing scenario to his opponent, which means Anil will win. So, 49. So, to make it 49 coins, Anil should pick up 3 coins. To make it 50 coins, Anil should pick up 2 coins. So, 2 coins or 3 coins, which is option D, will be the answer for this question. In the next question, which of the following can be the number of coins on the table before Anil's turn to play if it is known that Sunil would win the game no matter how many coins Anil picks? Now, the options we have are 72, 62 and 89, and there is a none of these. Now, we need to understand the question properly. Which of the following coins can be the number of coins on the table before Anil's turn to play if it is known that Sunil would win the game? Now, if Sunil is winning the game, no matter what Anil plays, it means that Anil is getting a losing table. Now, if Anil is getting a losing table, all we need to do is to find out which of these is a losing table, which means we need to find out which of these are is in the format 8k plus 1, 8k plus 2. Now, very clearly you can see that 89, which is 88 plus 1, is 8k plus 1, which means that if there are 89 coins that Anil gets, no matter what he does, he has to lose because it's a losing scenario. This question we have, if the number of coins to be picked up on Sunil's turn so as to win the game no matter what Anil plays is 5, which means the number of coins to be picked up no matter what Anil does is 5, which means Sunil is winning no matter what Anil does, which means Sunil is sending a losing scenario to Anil. So, then which of the following could be the number of coins on the table? Let me read the question again. If the number of coins to be picked up on Sunil's turn so as to win the game no matter what Anil plays is 5, then which of the following could be the number of coins on the table? We know Sunil is picking up 5 coins. The question is, how many coins are there on the table before Sunil picks up those 5 coins? Now, we know that Sunil is giving a losing scenario to his opponent, which means Sunil is converting, by picking up those 5 coins, he is converting this table into a losing scenario, which means after picking up 5 coins, this table is becoming a losing scenario, which means 22 minus 5, 17, 42 minus 5, 37, 69 minus 5, 64. One of these should be a losing scenario, which means it should be in the form of 8k plus 1 or 8k plus 2. Now, which of these is in the form of 8k plus 1 or 8k plus 2? Very clearly 17, 16 plus 1. So, which means the number of coins that Sunil had before he started his game is 22, from which he picked 5 coins, made it a 17 coin table, which is in the format 8k plus 1, and therefore is a losing table for Anil. So, no matter what Anil does, Sunil has to win. Now, we have a variation in the rule. Now, the rule says that the person who picks up the last coin wins the game. Now, if the person who picks up the last coin wins the game, we know that if there is only one coin on the table, the last person wins the game. If there are two coins on the table, the last person wins the game, because in spite of the minimum being 2, whenever we know that whenever there is only one coin, the person has to pick up that coin, and therefore he picks it up and wins. When there are 2 coins, he can pick it up and win. So we know, because he can pick up a max of 6 till 6 coins, we know the person wins the game. Now, when there are 7 coins on the table, the max that the person can pick is 6. So when there are 7 coins, he will leave 1 coin for his opponent, and therefore his opponent wins. Or if he picks up the minimum number of coins, from 7 he can only make it 5, and his opponent can pick his 5 and win, which means 7 is a losing scenario. Now look at 8. Maximum is 6, so he leave 2 coins on the table, the opponent wins by picking up those 2 coins. If he instead picks only 2 coins, then he was giving his opponent a 6 coin table, and his opponent can pick all the 6 coins. So 8 is also a losing scenario. Now instead, if there are 9 coins on the table, what will happen? If there are 9 coins, the maximum number of coins that I can pick is 3, which means I can give my opponent a winning table. But instead, if I only pick 2 coins, if I pick 2 coins, I will give my opponent a 7 coin table, and I know that a 7 coin table is a losing scenario. So I will make sure that I pick only 2 coins and give my opponent a 7 coin table, which means all I need to do is to change the table to the nearest losing scenario. Because I can pick 2 coins, I can make it a losing table. Similarly, when it's 10, I can still make it a losing scenario. So for the next 6 cases, so it will be a winning scenario. And we know from what we have discussed in the last rule that the next 2 will be losing cases, and it will be followed by winning cases. So what's the pattern that is emerging now? Winning till here, losing these 2. So what is this 8? Earlier it was 8k plus 1 and 8k plus 2. Here it is 8k and 8k minus 1. 8k is 16, 8k minus 1 is 15. So the ones to look out for, or the losing scenarios, are 8k and 8k minus 1. Now with that understanding, let's look at the question in this. How many coins should Anil pick up to ensure his win if there are 100 coins on the table? If there are 100 coins on the table, I need to get it to the nearest 8k or 8k minus 1. The nearest 8k to 100 is 96, nearest 8k minus 1 to 100 is 95. So Anil needs to pick up either 4 or 5 coins to make it a losing table so that he can win. Looking at the next question, if the number of coins Sunil picked up in his turn to ensure his victory was 2. So by picking 2 coins, Sunil converted the table into a losing table. Then which of the following coins could have been the number of coins on the table before his turn? Now if you look at the first option, 33 coins. If 33 coins were there on his table, after picking up 2 coins, it becomes 31. And we know 31 is in the format 8k minus 1, which means it is 33 coins that will definitely, and that could have been on the table before his turn to play. But then because there is a more than one of the above also in the options, we'll have to evaluate the remaining 2 options also. 67. If there is 67 and if he picks up 2 coins, he'll end up with 65. 65 is not 8k or 8k minus 1. 65 is 8k plus 1. So it's not possible. 101, after picking up 2 coins from 101, it will be 99 coins on the table. So 99 is also not 8k or 8k minus 1. So option A, 33, will be the answer for this question.